Okay, I finally made homemade cheddar jalapeno pepper bites. And well, technically, I guess they're cream cheese jalapeno poppers because they don't have any cheddar in them. We have the cream cheese. We did some thousand-day-old Gouda, some bacon ranch, and then whatever seasonings you saw in the picture. My husband and son brought home these ingredients for me to meal prep. I've never made them. He left me all to my own. He is the cook of the family. I thought I would try, and let me just say, they were good. I did not try one. The kids loved them. But y'all, these things took me almost 2 hours to make, maybe even more than that. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe between cutting all the jalapenos, scooping out the seeds, mixing the filling, wrapping every single one in bacon, which I cut the bacon in half because I thought I would be able to use half a piece to wrap around each one, but apparently they picked out big fat jalapenos, and so half a piece could only pretty much barely overlap itself. So we got a little peekaboo on the end action of each jalapeno. I sent my husband a picture and he was like, you're supposed to wrap them completely in bacon, but that's not what happened. Anyways, so I am using Gouda. I got the 1,000-day-old Gouda cheese from Aldi. And I shredded it up and added in probably maybe half a cup to, probably half a cup to that. And then we did about a quarter cup of the bacon ranch to the mixture. That was my husband's idea. Also, I think it would have been really good to add some of the jalapeno juice to the mixture if you had some like jarred ones. I didn't, so I didn't add any, but I think that would be really, really delicious. I love the taste of jalapenos, but I won't like bite into a big pepper. If they're chopped up really little, like if you guys have ever had Walmart's, they have jalapeno cream cheese poppers, and it's like theirs are fried, like deep fried, and the inside is cream cheese with chopped up jalapeno. And I do love that, but even those teeny tiny pieces, sometimes I'm like, no. I like the flavor, but I'm a big time texture eater, so I do think jalapeno juice would have been good in here. Now here I am fighting for my life. I have a very much newfound appreciation of people who do this. I have watched so many videos, and I just knew with a spoon it was going to be unbelievably quick and easy. This part is sped up 2 or 3 times, and it took me like a million years. I inhaled the air around me. I started choking to death. I'm pretty sure someone splashed me in my eye. It was just rough. I should have had goggles on. I read that you were supposed to use gloves, which I don't know about anybody else, but when I chop onions, for whatever reason, like when my mom does it, her hands will smell like onions, like maybe for the rest of that day, maybe the next day. Mine stay that way for like a whole dang week. I can wash them. I tried rubbing them on the stainless steel sink. They have those bars you can rub them on. It doesn't work. So I knew I wanted to wear gloves. But then I got a little paranoid because I was like, well, are these food safe gloves? I don't know. So I just washed my hands with the gloves on. I don't know. I don't know if that worked. And then after that, I made sure to rinse the cut deseeded peppers really, 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 really good. So this mixture was really good. I had 13 whole jalapenos, 26 halves, obviously. And this was 2 blocks of cream cheese plus the half a cup of Gouda and the quarter cup of bacon ranch. And I probably had about maybe a quarter cup or like a heaping quarter cup of the mixture left over. So it worked out pretty good. The bacon, we did have a big 24-ounce pack. I think it was 24-ounce pack. Like I said, I cut those in half, and that didn't... I had enough. I had exactly enough to do all 26 of them. But next time, we'll just do a whole piece. Or buy smaller jalapenos. Because these guys were pretty big. So, yeah. Alright, I'm about to get this finished up. And my back was hurting at this point. I was ready to be done with it. Wondering what I got into. I did see that you could pre-cook the bacon at 400 for like 5 to 10 minutes. Um, just to kind of, like if you wanted it really crispy once they were done, and I did. I don't do any kind of type of soggy bacon. My kids don't either. So we just pre-cooked it just for a minute, and this is what I laid it out like on the sheet. That's what it looked like. So now I'm going to use a Ziploc bag. I thought this was genius, and I've seen other people do it, and this part was fun. It's kind of like at the beach. When it came out, it was shaped like a sandcastle, like a cream cheese sandcastle. But I don't think I cut the hole right. In fact, I know I didn't, because I had like a double hole going on. So if you just do this, put it all down in there. This worked great. It worked really, really, really good. You just got to pack it all in there and keep it all down at the bottom as best as you can. And yeah, so that works pretty good. So it's all done. I'm going to pull out the sandcastle. This was kind of fun. I wanted to squish it, but I didn't. So I'm going to get all the air out of it, and then I snipped off the end, only to realize I made 2 holes. And I guess I could have cut in the middle, but then I would have had a ginormous amount coming out. Next time, I will honestly probably use a butter knife. I think that would be much easier. So I got out all of my toothpicks. I guess my bacon's kind of still raw. So I'm thinking this is going to be easy. See people piping them in so easy online. Guys, online is so wild. Reality is so different. So I'm going to try and pipe this in here, and I'm struggling. I've realized there's 2 holes, and then the pepper just is falling out of my hands. So I'm like, okay, let's figure this out. So I fixed the hole. I've got 2 of them. Once I kind of got the handle of it, it was okay. I did read that you're not supposed to mound it. Like, I like cream cheese. My husband liked cream cheese. We're going to mound some cream cheese. But I did see you're not supposed to do that on here. Uh-oh. Not going to fit. I had to use 2 halves on that one. But you're just barely supposed to mound it. Otherwise, I guess it'll like run out. So I just barely did that. And we're going to fill them all. We're going to wrap them. Take your toothpick. Make sure you get through the bacon and the pepper so it will hold in place. So one thing is, it said you could do it on a wire rack. I didn't have one. I don't know where mine went, but it was gone today. So I put it on a Silpat. The only thing at the end that I realized is that all that bacon grease, even though they were already partially cooked and some of the grease was taken off, it still produced a whole lot. And so I would have liked them to be more crispy. I think doing it on the rack is what I'm trying to say. I think I would like that better, because I want the whole thing to be really cooked. Also, maybe I'm just paranoid with my kids, but I didn't think the bacon was fully cooked on the bottom. I'm sure it was. And so I made sure once they were done, we popped them in the air fryer on the wire rack for a few minutes, just to make sure, so I could feed my baby something safe. Okay, and we didn't get sick. Okay, just finished wrapping these babies up. All the time spent. I could have been listening to my audiobook, but I did not. Here's what they look like after. What a hot mess. They're about to be hot. Wipe up all that spicy fire juice off of my countertop. This is what they look like while they're cooking. They look pretty good. They had a nice sizzle going. This is actually how I laid my bacon. I don't know if I showed you that. And this is what they look like when they were done. So as good as they were, I think next time I'm just going to go to Sonic. I'm going to make me an appointment, baby, and I'm going to go to Sonic.